Hope you all are fine. Previously, we learned about air from the chapter Air and Water. We know, along with air, water also essential for survival. So, today we are going to learn about water. Okay? Let's go through water. Water. Along with air, water is essential for the existence of life. Here we can see some picture of usage of water. Water for drinking, water for cooking, planting, bathing and cleaning. Then where do we get this water from? Children, now we are going to learn more about water. Okay? Sources of water on earth. About 70% of earth is covered with water. Less than 1% of water is in the rivers, lakes and streams. 97% of water is from ocean, but that is not usable. There is only 3% of water is fresh water. Then we get water through natural sources and artificial sources. Here is some example for natural sources: rain, lake and river. Rain is the main source of water. And the artificial sources are man-made. For example, well, tap water, hand pump. And children, have you ever noticed the color or shape of water? Now we are going to learn about the properties of water. Water is a colorless liquid, water is an odorless liquid, and water is a tasteless liquid. And another one, water can exist in all three states, that is, solid, liquid and gas. Ice is the example for solid, water is the example for liquid, and water vapor is the example for gas. Then the next one, water is the universal solvent. Why we call water is the universal solvent? Water can dissolve many things. More substances dissolve in water than in any other liquid. So, water is called the universal solvent. Then, the substances that dissolve completely in water are called soluble substances or soluble impurities. For example, sugar and salt. And the substances that do not dissolve completely in water are called insoluble substances or insoluble impurities. For example, sand and mud. Children, now all of you look at this picture. What do you understand? This picture clearly tells us that salt is completely dissolved in water and sand is insoluble, right? Yes. Now we know we get water through many sources, right? But do you think is it clear water? No children. The water we get from these sources are not clear. It contains many types of impurities. So we need to remove these impurities from water because the healthy food and clean water gives us healthy living system. So we need to remove these impurities from the water. Now we are going to learn about the methods used for purifying water. There are so many methods used for purification of water. Sedimentation and decantation, filtration, boiling, chlorination and distillation. These are the common methods used for purification of water. First one is sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation. The process of insoluble impurities are allowed to settle down at the bottom of the container of water is called sedimentation. Then the impurities that settle down at the bottom of the container is called sediments. Then next, decantation. The process in which the top layer of clean water is gently poured into another container without disturbing is called decantation. From this picture, we can understand more about the sedimentation and decantation. First, we let a container of water sit without moving for 24 hours, and after that pour the clear water into a clean container. We can repeat the same process 2 to 3 times as we needed. Now we are discussing about the process of filtration. What is filtration? The process of removing impurities from the water with the help of a filter is called filtration. This picture will explain more about this process. In this picture, the first jar containing mixture of water and sand. This water is going through the process of filtration. For the process of filtration, they are using a filter paper and funnel. Then, when the water is poured into the jar which containing the filter paper and funnel, the sand gets collected in the filter paper and the clear water is collected in the jar. Now we get the clear water through the process of filtration. Then, now we are going to learn removing soluble impurities and germs. The methods used for removing soluble impurities and germs are boiling, chlorination, and distillation. First one is boiling. It is the simplest way to purify drinking water. In this method, water should be brought to boil 15 to 20 minutes. Boiling helps to convert down some soluble impurities into insoluble. These impurities settle at the bottom and sides of the container, which can be easily removed by filtration. Now we are talking about chlorination. The process of adding chlorine into water in order to purify it is called chlorination. This is the most common method used for purifying water. The chlorine tablets are also used for the process of chlorination. And the last one is distillation. Distillation is an action of purifying water by a process of heating and cooling. Distilled water is the purest form of water obtained by distillation. In distillation process, water is allowed to boil. It changed into water vapor, leaving behind all the dissolved impurities. These vapors are collected and condensed in another container, obtained distilled water. It is used in science laboratories and car batteries. Children, now we have a quick recap. 70% of Earth is covered by water. Water is a colorless, odorless and tasteless liquid. Water exists in all three forms of matter in nature: solid, liquid and gas. Water is an universal solvent. There are two types of impurities: soluble impurities and insoluble impurities. Drinking water can be purified by sedimentation and decantation, boiling, filtration, chlorination and distillation. Distilled water is the purest form of water. Children, I hope you all enjoyed and followed today's class. So Stay tuned for the upcoming classes. Okay, thank you.